This episode of Android Weekly is brought to you by Domain.com. Alright, so some surprising and fun facts about our beloved Android, and we take a poll on the possible next name for the next version of Android. It's the letter M. So what's it gonna be? Milky Way, Mocha, or my wife's favorite, Malted Milk Balls? I swear to God, I didn't think that one of myself. So did you think that Android was Google's baby? No, Google didn't create Android, they bought it. The company was named Android apparently after one of its founders' nicknames, given to him due to his obsession with robots. This is Andy Rubin. Now, did you think that Android originally held the vision of a mobile operating system? No, it was meant to be an operating system for cameras. Android co-founder Andy Rubin said that the operating system, now a dominant force in the smartphone market, was actually built for digital cameras. But when smartphones took off, the Android team decided to pivot and change the system accordingly. The Android founders claimed that they intended to develop a camera platform with cloud storage for your online photos. The cameras would be connected to your personal computer and then synced up with an Android data center. But 5 months into the original plan, the team decided to pivot and design a mobile operating system for smartphones. Now, who designed the now famous Android logo? The Android logo was designed by Irina Block for Google in 2007. It's surprising to note that the inspiration for the logo is the human symbol on restrooms, which was modified into the shape of a robot. Now, there's also a rumor to suggest that the logo was based off an Atari video game called The Gauntlet, the Third Encounter. Now, who made the first Android device? Hint, it wasn't a Nexus. That distinction goes to HTC. It was the HTC Dream, or also known as the HTC G1. It was the first ever Android smartphone. It was running Android 1.6 or Donut version. It came with a 3.2-inch capacitive screen and a slider QWERTY keyboard. Now, the next surprising fact about Android is sort of a myth that I want to debunk. The myth is that Android is open and free. And yes, it is open and free. Anyone can download it on their devices and then even sell them, and you don't have to pay anything to Google. But there's a very big catch. You have to pay for Google services. You know, kind of the core apps that everyone loves about an Android phone, Gmail, Google Now, Google Maps, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like saying, hey, you can come live in my house for free. Open and free, no problem, never pay a dime. But if you want to use the toilet, appliances, water, or any of the lights, you gotta pay me a hefty fee. Yeah, not exactly free and open. Now, when we say Android is a dominant force and it's the most popular mobile operating system in the world, it's true, it's everywhere. It's even in space. There is an Android device running in space. NASA has equipped a floating space robot with Nexus S handsets. These devices run on Android Gingerbread. That's kind of scary. I don't remember Gingerbread being that stable. Now let's talk naming conventions, and you know Lollipop and Kit Kat, and you might even know Ice Cream Sandwich, but do you know all the naming conventions right back to the beginning? Android 1.0 was Android Astro, then Bender, Cupcake, Donut, Eclair, Froyo, Gingerbread, Honeycomb, Ice Cream Sandwich, Jelly Bean, Kit Kat, and of course now Lollipop. Now, the next fun fact about Android is the fact that it is based on a Linux kernel, and that's just not geek speak, that actually matters. The Android core runs on a Linux kernel. This monolithic kernel enables the OS to make multitasking a breeze. You don't have to quit applications running in the background to make the system smooth. Android kills the background apps that are not in use for a long time and provides a lag-free interface. Now, I think this is worth a t-shirt for those of you who can connect with me on Twitter or Google+, with the most accurate naming convention for the next stage of Android. It'll be Android M something. I will send you a t-shirt anywhere you are in the world. Now, though this fun fact is not about Android, I do like the fact that I can now give Joe Hindi his domain name appropriate for his station, androidapp.guru. I like it. Because it's not just about .com, .net, or .org anymore. You now have the opportunity to name your site and build your brand in ways never before possible. Choose from a growing list of 200 plus domain name extensions like .ninja, .nyc, .expert, .club, or domain.guru, all available at domain.com. And the guys at domain.com have hooked our viewers up with a great offer. You can save 15% off a domain name and web hosting when you use our coupon code Android at domain.com checkout. Don't forget, 15% off when you use our coupon code Android. When you think domain names, think domain.com. Thanks for watching Android Army. My name is Jayce. Connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. Now, this is a huge weekend. This is the launch of the Mobile World Congress, and there's lots of stuff going on. So we're gonna have huge releases out in just a few hours, and it's gonna be crazy. You wanna watch the channel very closely. You don't wanna forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja, Kevin, Lonnie, Chris, Gary, Nash, and Taylor, all working real hard to deliver the very best content on the web. I shall see you very soon on Android Weekly.